a legal right.
So, what are fundamental rights? Fundamental rights are basic rights guaranteed to the citizens. These rights are non-absolute, which means they are conditional and are subjected to restrictions. Fundamental rights are justiciable, that is judicially enforceable through Article 32, through the Supreme Court, that is judicial writs. And you have to remember that which part of the Constitution is justiciable and which part is not. So when we are talking about justiciable nature, only A and only FRs are justiciable, and non-justiciable part are preamble,
Preamble, DPSP or
DPSP,
fundamental
and
duty.
fundamental duties. Now please read the next points.
A, fundam- a fundamental right is different from a legal right in the following way.
So fundamental rights is different from legal right. Next.
While an ordinary legal right is protected and enforced by ordinary law of the land, a fundamental right is one which is protected and guaranteed by the Constitution.
So what is ordinary law? An ordinary law, when an ordinary law is protected and enforced by ordinary law of the land, mane, you can say BSC, RPC, CPC, whatever those ordinary laws. But when a fundamental right is protected and guaranteed by, when you are talking about fundamental right is
Hmm.
protected and guaranteed
Constitution.
by the Constitution. This question will come. Ordinary legal right is protected by ordinary law, whereas fundamental right is protected and guaranteed by
Constitution.
Constitution. This very very important point.
सर ये ऑर्डिनरी लॉ का सर क्या नाम बोला आपने?
कुछ भी other than Constitution is all ordinary laws.
Hmm.
Next point. Understood
ठीक.
this point?
Yes. Which
Next.
is protected and
Guaranteed by
guaranteed
the Constitution.
by the Constitution. Next. While ordinary rights may be changed by legislature, a fundamental rights being guaranteed by the Constitution cannot be altered except by amending the Constitution, nor can it be suspended except in the manner laid down in the Constitution itself.
During emergency. So क्या है? Please read once again. While
Hmm.
ordinary rights may be changed by legislature,
A, a fundamental rights being guaranteed by the Constitution cannot be
cannot be
altered,
altered. माने change नहीं कर सकते.
change नहीं हो सकता.
Except by
Hmm.
amending the Constitution. Nor it can be suspended except in the
Except
manner
in the
laid down in the
matter.
Constitution during the emergency. That is Article 352. So you might get a question. Suspend कब होते?
Hmm.
When the fundamental rights are suspended.
In the case of emergency.
In the case of emergency. Fundamental rights are suspended only in the case of
सर ये
emergency.
सर सारे सस्पेंड हो जाते हैं कि कुछ बचते हैं?
Except 21 and 22.
Hmm.
Except even during
Suspended.
emergency, ये क्वेश्चन हमेशा आता. Even in
Hmm.
emergency, which articles are not suspended? Article कौन से आर्टिकल्स है?
21, 22.
Emergency articles not suspended. These are very article number 20 and 21. Article number 20 and
Let me get.
21. Emergency में क्या होता? In emergency, what happens? Fundamental rights are suspended. Except which articles?
2021.
20 and 21. What is Article 20?
20 is the protection of
Against conviction for offences. What is 21?
protection against. हाँ sir. 21 protection of life and personal liberty.
Protection of life and personal liberty. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट. सो क्या फंडामेंटल राइट्स एब्सोल्यूट है, कंडीशनल है?
कंडीशनल है.
आर दे जस्टिसेबल और नॉन जस्टिसेबल?
Justiciable.
अंडर विच आर्टिकल?
32.
32. Fundamental rights are guaranteed by.
Constitution.
Can fundamental rights be deleted even by amendment?
Yes.
Except the basic structure. And can fundamental right be suspended during emergency?
Yes.
But
Yes.
which articles are not suspended during emergency?
2021.
Article 20 and 21.
21.
Next, read it.
Hmm. Though these rights are equally justiciable, the constitutional remedy by way of an application direct to the Supreme Court under Article 32 is available only in case of fundamental rights, but a writ will lie for the enforcement of these and other legal rights to the High Court under Article 226.
Okay, when you are approaching the Supreme Court, you are only going for the fundamental rights. When you are approaching the Supreme Court, you are only going for writ
Fundamental rights.
for fundamental writ under Article 32. Please write down this. Writ under Article 32. Only FRs. Writ under Article 32 is only FRs. Writ under Article 226. FRs plus other legal rights. Understood this point? जब आप आर्टिकल 32 के लिए जा रहे, तो इस what is the domain? Only fundamental rights. When it is Article 32 under Supreme Court, it is only fundamental rights.
Fundamental rights.
And when your Article 226,
ये दोनों के लिए फंडामेंटल राइट और लीगल राइट्स.
fundamental rights plus the legal rights. So when is Article 32, only Supreme Court, only fundamental rights. When Article 226, High Court, FR plus
Legal rights.
legal rights. Then these are very technical things you have to remember in your exam. Any doubt? Anyone? If you have any doubt, please ask. No doubts?
No doubts.
So the last point is
Article 12 to 35 under Part 3rd of the Constitution deals with the fundamental rights.
we have all read, it is common. So what are the articles covered under Part 3?
Article 12 to 35.
Article 12 to 35 under Part 3 of the Constitution deals with the fundamental rights. Then clear a point.
Hmm.
These are very, very
Clear, clear.
important points for your fundamental rights. If you have any doubt, please ask now. Make your notes. This was notes. Please make your notes. Fundamental rights are basic rights guaranteed to the citizens. They are non-absolute, subject to restrictions. They are judicially enforceable under Article 32, judicial writs. Justiciable only FRs, non-justiciable preamble, DPSP, and fundamental duties. A fundamental right is
Hmm.
different from legal right. When an ordinary right is protected by ordinary law, fundamental right is protected by the protected and guaranteed by whom? Fundamental
Article
right is
32.
by 32. Fundamental rights are being guaranteed by the Constitution.
Constitution.
And emergency fundamental rights are
Article
suspended only
32.
during emergency, but not all, except 20 and 21. And
And
Article
sir,
32,
fundamental rights cannot be altered. It can be amendment only.
it can
Amend
be
only.
amended.
Hmm.
Even that cannot disturb the base structure. Then,
Hmm. Without disturbing the basic structure.
and what are the articles which are not suspended during emergency?
2021.
20 and 21.
Article
And if you are
Article
going
20
for article,
protection.
if you are going for Article 32, you are approaching Supreme Court only for
Fundamental rights.
fundamental rights. And if you are going under Article 226 for High
High
Courts, it is
Court.
for fundamental rights
Fundamental
plus
rights and legal rights and both.
for both. So what are the article, part 3, which are the range of articles in fundamental rights?
12 to 35.
12 to 35. Under which part?
Part third.
Part 3. Then, okay.
Hmm. Protection in respect of conviction for offences. Article 20.
Okay. So let us go to the next part. Any doubts? Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Next you have fundamental rights at a glance. This we have already discussed in our classes. But let us discuss once again now. So please read fundamental rights at a glance. We have already done the annexure.
Hmm.
Please read.
Earlier right to property was a fundamental right under Article 31. It was eliminated by the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978. It is now a constitutional right under Article 300 capital A.
It is now a constitutional right, that is a legal right. Constitutional right or legal right. Under which article?
300 capital A.
So originally, how many fundamental rights were there?
6.
Originally,
7. Originally it
originally
was
7,
7, but now it is 6.
6. Why it became 6?
Because Article 31 was repealed.
Article 31 was repealed and 19F was also repealed.
Repealed. Sir, both was same.
Similar.
Hmm.
So fundamental right was taken off as fundamental, the right to property was taken off as fundamental right under Article 31 and
Hmm.
19 clause 1 clause F. So it was eliminated by which amendment?
44th.
44th amendment.
1978.
And who was the prime minister?
Morarji Desai.
during PM was Morarji Desai. Remember
Desai.
this. 44th Amendment year PM is Morarji
Morarji Desai.
Desai. Now, what is the condition of these fundamental rights?
Condition क्या sir?
What is the nature of the right to property?
Before it was fundamental right,
by
now it is
user
legal
and
right.
by
Now it is a legal right.
Hmm.
Now it is a legal right. Next.
सर लीगल राइट को हाई कोर्ट में चैलेंज कर सकते हैं ना हम लोग?
Yes, first you have to go to the High Court and you can appeal in Supreme Court.
Hmm.
Appeal license
Next,
Supreme Court. But first it should be High Court only.
through high court we can go to Supreme Court.
If you are not satisfied with the High Court, then you can go to Supreme Court.
Hmm.
Next.
Article 13 makes all laws and administrative actions which abridge fundamental rights. IPSPO क्या है?
Which average का मतलब क्या है? Violate.
जोड़ता है.
Average.
अच्छा.
Average, not bridge. Average. Article 13 make all laws and administrative actions which abridge or violate fundamental rights ipso facto from the very beginning, null and void. Article 13 is also known as
Judicial review.
also known as